Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Honkai Star Rail video. So if you guys are not aware, the global livestream for version 1.1 has been delayed. So you can observe right here on their official Twitter page. This is going to be the time delayed by almost, I would say 14 hours, so I'll be streaming it later. However, the CN livestream seems to be going on as per usual, so we're gonna just try to see what the CN players have and try to gauge what global players will be having as well. Usually we'll have the same amount of things. Keep in mind we'll be getting the compensation Stellar Jets times 100, and the CN live stream codes will not work for the global version. So if you guys are looking for the 3 codes that will be, for if you're playing in global server, so make sure you guys wait for the live stream tomorrow. So let's talk about what will global servers be having in terms of the banners. Now, if you guys haven't heard of it already, we will have both Silverwolf and LUOCHA available to us. Everything that you have heard of Silverwolf or LUOCHA is so far in line. It's just that they didn't really reveal any of the skills. Alright, we don't know if the modifiers of the skills, we don't know if they are changing any of the skills. All we know is how the banner is going to be. So Silverwolf is a quantum nihility character. So based on the closed beta, she has a skill that can apply weakness, debuff to the enemy, and also, she's more of a debuffer. So if you want to pair her with Scylla, chances are that you can, and that's going to be the ideal pulling strategy for players. If you have Scylla, pulling for her is not going to be that bad of an idea, but something to keep in mind is also LUOCHA is also going to be right after. Now I think most players are going to go for LUOCHA, or most free-to-play players, because LUOCHA makes more sense being a healer, alright, abundance character, and if you are struggling in the memory of chaos, you are going to need 2 healer. And also LUOCHA is an imaginary character, which is perfect. If you don't have Welt, he's going to be one of the few imaginary characters that can help you to tackle imaginary elemental monsters, right? So this guy is an abundance character, as you can see. Okay, so alongside with that, we're also going to have a banner of Madame Yukong. Alright, so she is going to be another 4-star imaginary, but she's not an abundance character, she's going to be a harmony character. And her skill seems to be the one that's doing buffs, and she has an ability, ultimate skill seems to be targeting the enemy, as you can see right here. Very, very cool ultimate skill. So she's a character that can increase your combat's attack power by 2 rounds. And I thought she has a very, very good technique. Look at that. She's able to run very, very fast. That's going to be so cool when you move around in the map. Some maps are like very far away. So yeah, the hyper speed is going to help her a little bit. And it feels like her ultimate skill can increase critical rate and critical damage of allies, which I think is going to make her one of the better 4-star buffer characters. Now, let's talk about the banner then. We're also going to have the LIGHTCONEs for the Silverwolf LIGHTCONE, right? Which is a 5-star Nihility LIGHTCONE, and also LUOCHA will have an Abundance LIGHTCONE. However, they didn't really release any information about the LIGHTCONE. Now let's talk about the banner overall. Now Silverwolf banner is going to be first. Unfortunately, this banner doesn't seem that appealing to me, alright? Not because of her, obviously, like, she's cool and all, right? I think I like her as a character, but it's just the 4 stars seems unappealing. So we have Danheng right here, alongside with Asta, alongside with Serval. Now, Danheng is cool and all, everybody already got him at least 1 copy, right? For free. But if you're trying to get more Eidolons, sure, you can go ahead, maybe get him up to E1 or E2. That's going to be a good stopping point. Same goes for Asta. I think Asta is a very strong character overall. Serval, again, a very, very solid character. Like, if you don't have Jingyuan, Serval is probably going to be your best bet for a lightning damage dealer. So this is what we have with the LUOCHA banner. So LUOCHA banner is going to come in with Bella, Qingque, and Madame Yukong. But before we talk about Madame Yukong, or before you guys decide to want to pull for Madame Yukong, she is apparently free in 1.2. That will be later on in the game. So if you guys can understand Chinese, is this part where they mention. I'm going to boost the volume.
这里也额外透露一下哈，在后续的 1.2 版本中，开拓者也可以通过游戏内活动免费获得4星角色御空。关于此的详细信息，敬请。
So she said that you can obtain Madame Yukong later on in 1.2 in the activity for free. So that's one thing that we gotta keep in mind. That means if you are free to play and you don't care about any of the characters in 1.1, there's really no reason for you to pull at all, right? So because Madame Yukong will be free obtainable in 1.2, however, I would wait a little bit before we make a complete decision, because she might be Eidolon dependent. Alright, you might need like multiple dupes depending, right? I do think that LUOCHA is a very, very strong character for a lot of players to have. It really depends. Like, a lot of players have been saying that you will need 2 healers to try to tackle Memory of Chaos, and so far I can see the narrative right there. It's a big struggle right now for me personally. I think having 2 healers is going to be much more beneficial to try to tackle Memory of Chaos. Once you go higher into the stage, right now I'm in Memory of Chaos about stage 5 to 6. Definitely is starting to get really, really hard, right? So that's something that you'll have to decide based on your own account. So if you have Bailu, if you have Japart, you don't need LUOCHA as much, because Bailu can be in one team, Natasha can be in the other team. So you have 2 healers to tackle all your healing needs. But for those of you who don't, you might actually need a LUOCHA to be able to progress in your Memory of Chaos, depending on how serious you want to take this and push your account forward. So that's something that you guys will have to make your own judgment based on that. I do think that we gotta wait for the skills a little bit more, because right now they're not revealing any of the skills. Will the numbers be changed? Will the percentages be changed? Or will LUOCHA need, his LIGHTCONE to shine at best? So that's something that we'll have to find out later on. So now let's talk about a bit more about the events. So what are we having? So the first event is going to give out apparently this free LIGHTCONE for Silverwolf, which is a 4-star LIGHTCONE, alright, not to be confused, it's not a 5-star LIGHTCONE. So this is going to be the first event. Event does give you a free 4-star LIGHTCONE, and it seems like it's a simple enough event. You just run around the map, try to look for these stickers around the wall, and try to take photo of them, it looks like. So this is the LIGHTCONE for Silverwolf. They haven't announced what it does yet, so we're gonna look at the stats and stuff. Also, one thing that's interesting to me is, can we get this LIGHTCONE to maximum, right? Because in Genshin, if you get like a 4-star weapon, they will try to give you a way to get that 4-star weapon to max. So can we get like Eidolon 5 of this particular LIGHTCONE? If that's the case, that's going to be very, very cool. So next up, there's one more event that's going to involve you walking around in this Bellobot Museum. So yeah, these things is, this particular item, this one is limited usually in Battle Pass only. So hopefully you guys don't miss out this event. This is very, very important. It does give you an option to craft relic with a specific main stat that you want. But yeah, plenty of these things are definitely easily achievable. This is going to last for about 2 weeks, it seems. Now the next event, this one is going to be quite cool as well. As you can see, this one, it seems like you can do some sort of player co-op, more challenges for you to be able to do. Can see right here, there's like each level that will be able to give you different rewards. So it allows you to pair certain combo. And I think this is going to be very, very similar to the current event, the Boulder Town that we currently have. And the most exciting one, in my humble opinion, is going to be this particular one. It seems like some sort of ley line that will give you double the amount of power, double amount of resources that you usually obtain. So this one seems to be a very interesting event, so make sure you guys don't miss out on this one. And then this seems to be another small random task that you have to do in 1.1. The so-called peer task that you will be unlocked for these characters, which is Silverwolf, LUOCHA, Yanqing, and Bailu. And this is the one that shocks me the most. We will be getting 10 more free special recruits in 1.1. So log in every single day to get 10 premium currency. So they're also adding some quality of life. Right now you can see they'll be giving you an option, alright, to farm specific materials from the harder, from the map. So if you guys are not aware, sometimes you might need some essential materials. So right now, they can redirect you to where you need to find these particular monsters. And of course, they're adding quality of life. You now can chat with your friends. Wow. Alright, if you guys have friends, you want to chat with your friends, you now have a chat system to talk to them. Right now, the friend system is just, okay, you add friends and that's it. Maybe your friends pull a certain character and you'll be like, hey, can you set this character, Madame Yukong, as your support character so I can borrow and test her out a little bit. You know, that's something that you can do easily. Definitely a good quality of life right there for sure. But yeah, overall, quite a lot of good stuff coming in 1.1. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Free 10 pulls. Hopefully, I'll be streaming again tomorrow once the stream comes out for the global version. Give this video a like and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.